Welcome back to the More Sifty Talent channel. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at the dynamic duo for the Buffalo Bills. I labeled it double trouble because Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmunds do everything for that Buffalo defense. The only time one of them really comes off the field is if a team is in empty, and a lot of times that's Milano. So these two backers are two of the best in the NFL. And I really just want to talk a little bit about how well they play and some of the things they do for the Buffalo Bills. I'll start off with their stats. Matt Milano, obviously number 58 on your screen, has 67 total tackles, 11 TFLs, and 4 quarterback hits. And Tremaine Edmunds has 71 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits. And sacks wise, both of them have 1 sack, but they're not asked to blitz a lot. So I don't think you'll see but one play on here, if it's one play that I pull, that they blitz. They are good in coverage. They're good against the run. They're good at doing their jobs, and they're good at playing off each other. Let's dive into the film for that. On his first play is against the Baltimore Ravens, and they're running a version of power, counter. And just watch it how good Edmunds and Milano avoid the blocks. You're going to see number 77, Farlele, comes down to try to block the backside backer, who's Milano 58. And watch how he avoids him, then goes right in for the perfect form tackle. He gonna stab him inside because he's a lot more athletic than Farlele. And bam, right down the tackle. Right down the tackle. They're using 77 as an extra lineman. No, he's playing left tackle in this game because I think Ryan Stanley got hurt and McCarry got hurt. But again, he doesn't even touch Milano. Milano gets in on the tackle. It ends up being like a 2-yard gain. But if he gets that block, or if Milano some kind of way sticks on 77, it's probably a bigger gain than that. But again, I love how he avoids the block. And even if he misses, he's in perfect position to funnel him to Edmunds. Because both of them, neither one of them are blocked right now. And Edmunds can just stick his head in there, but you got Ben Powers coming for him. I mean, not Ben Powers, Pat Ricard. Take a look at the next play. And they look in sync. Look how much they're in sync. They get to the line of scrimmage basically at the same time. Edmunds just encounters a block, and Milano shoots the gap. Watch how Milano track it and don't overrun it. He's going to track the back. They're both of them highlighted right there. They're going to track the back. When the open gap comes or when the back presses it, he's going to show up. He's going to go lateral, lateral, lateral. When the back tries to press it, he's going to press it right with him. It's a great linebacker play right there. Didn't get caught in the wash. Stayed clean. Kept his feet moving. And when he saw the opening, hit it downhill. That's all you can ask out of backer. It opens up. You hit it and don't miss the tackle. And watching these is 4 games I watched. I didn't see Edmunds miss a tackle at all. I think I saw 2 from Milano. So that's another good thing about them. They don't miss tackles. But they don't miss a lot of tackles, put it like that. They get in, they get clean, they get near arm, near shoulder. Near foot, near shoulder, and get guys on the ground. That's what you're going to see here. See? Near foot, near shoulder, got him on the ground. All right, on this next play, you're really just getting them attacking the line of scrimmage. And you're going to see a perfect example of it from the end zone view. You see him lined up in the middle right there. And you're going to see Milano just attack that A-gap. And Creed Humphreys is really not going to be able to do anything with him. Creed Humphreys is the center for Kansas City. He's going to attack that gap right there. And Humphrey don't really get enough on him. He uses his hands and gets in on the tackle. A tackle for no gain. It's a great job of using his hands. Look at that end zone view again. Use his hands. Don't stay blocked. Get in on the tackle. Great fundamentals. Great fundamentals for both of these guys. You love to see it. Even though Edmunds is not in on the play, he doesn't just allow 77 to push him down the field. He works his shoulders, works his arms to get off of that block too. All right, let's take a look at him in pass pro. Both of them in the middle of that defense again. You see him spot shadowed. Edmunds has the back. Tracking the RB. Gonna sift through all these little routes and get close to his RB real fast. Now, this is when Mahomes wants to throw it. There's really no lane for him to throw it because look how close Edmunds is to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's a good job of coverage. So again, we saw him good versus the run. We saw Edmunds good in coverage right there. We saw him good in walling people off. I love how he just makes sure nobody knocks him off of his job, keeps his head on a swivel, and still gets that close to the back coming out the backfield. Because that's who Mahomes wants to throw it to. They want to get Edmunds caught up in those two routes. He doesn't. And Mahomes has nowhere to throw it. Good. I keep saying fundamentally sound linebackers. They are that. And they play hard and they play fast. All right, next play we got for him. Still going to stay with this theme of pass coverage. Watch the Tampa 2 drop by Edmunds. He has to wall off any threat coming down the middle of the field. So it's going to end up like cover 3 because he has that middle of the field. So he did a great job of walling that guy off, now turning back to see what's going on because it's enough space for the safety to get it. But then you go up front and look at the closing speed of Milano. That's Milano right there. He's going to track Pat Mahomes before he can get the ball off. And again, they don't really miss tackles. They don't miss tackles hardly. Look at the hips of Edmunds as he gets in his drop. He's able to turn and run and make sure if any ball comes in the middle of the field, you're going to have to put arc on it. And if you put arc on it, Poyer and the other safety, they got a chance to go get it. So he comes off of that, and now you're going to see Milano just track down Pat Mahomes. And Pat's kind of slippery. Not as slippery as like a Lamar or Justin Fields or something like that, but he's slippery enough. And Milano just tracked him down and made sure that play doesn't go for any gain, or at least any gain with him running the ball. Just patience right here, though. Patience right here. Milano kind of gets caught in the wash, but Edmunds holds his ground, does not overrun it. And as soon as he presses it back, he's there to thump. And that's what I forgot to mention. Both of these guys are thumpers. Milano's going to kind of get caught in the wash. But Edmunds is just going to track the back. Don't move too much. Just see it all. Stay where you're at. Watch it. Just stay home. As Milano getting washed down by 73, boom. And yeah, he falls forward. But, you know, it's tough kind of tackling Quadzilla when he got a full head of steam and you kind of stand still. That's still a great tackle by Edmunds, though. He's in the proper position. Did the proper form. It's just tough with the guys with tree trunks for legs to stop him right there. That's still a great play, though, because they only got 1.5, maybe 2 yards on this play. And you just love to see it. He makes up for Milano getting washed down. Because Milano should never have crossed his face. But he stays home, sees it. Great tackle. Great tackle. I see his hands, one of the old coaches I used to work with said, before contact, your hands should go on your holsters to get ready to throw them. And holsters is kind of like, you know, you see the Western and the guys get ready before they, 1, 2, 3 draw. You see Edmunds' hand go to that position, then shoot forward. I love that. You see fundamentals going on the field. The hand back, boom, shoot them forward. I love it. Love it. Now on this play here, watch how they sift through traffic, avoid blocks, and both of them are there to kind of make the tackle. They get there almost simultaneously. Even though Milano falls off, again, Dillon's a tough tackle. He's a tough tackle. But watch from the backside. Both of them avoid blocks. They're side by side with a free shot on 28. Avoid 75 with his hands. They do a good job of using their hands too. They play with their hands very well. And that's a tough dude to get down. But that fundamentally sound, I don't think it's a better pair. Maybe Warner and Greenlaw in San Francisco, but they play extremely well as a pair and play off of each other. We got one last play, and I picked this last play as pretty much a culminating play as a good series. Of a good series. Yeah, Edmunds finna wall that guy off. Basically a Tampa 2 wall again. And he's opening to the 3 receiver side. So it's a good job. Aaron Rodgers tried to throw it to him because his back is turned. He did a good job of knocking that ball loose. And look at Milano trailing the play. Hustle. Comes up with the interception. And you'll see it even better here. The Milano just walling them off. Ball coming, throw your hands up. Yep, played his eyes. And look at Milano running behind the play. It's a great play by both of them. Let's look at it one more time. He gonna eye that number 3 receiver. He gonna open to the strong side. He gonna play his hands, play his eyes. Play his hands, play his eyes. Throw it up. Milano hustling his butt down the field. Watch the catch. Look at the effort. And I changed my word to effort because I knew before this plan they called this an incomplete ball. But just forget that point. Just let's see how well they play off each other. Notice that Buffalo has a dynamic duo, leading their defensive stand when they play defense. But when one of those two guys out, they're like a different team. But when both of them in there, they are tough because they play every down unless you're in empty for the most part. And these guys, they're in empty here. But Milano's still on the field. But when the other team, the reason Milano's still on the field because the running back's still there too. But if they go 4 wide receivers, Milano will come out. They'll bring another safety in, and Edmunds will stay in. But Edmunds plays every down for him. And I just wanted to look at what they do on a weekly basis because they're one of the top duos as far as linebackers in the NFL. And I appreciate you guys for coming through. This is Coach Evans with more Sip to Tally. Any of the Bills Mafia that decided to pick this up, I appreciate you guys too. You guys do a great job up there with your tailgating and disposing of the tables in the manner that you do. So I appreciate it, man. And everybody else, I'll see you soon. Peace.